Hi there, this is Math 7, Unit 5, Lesson 4, Money and Debts. Okay, so money's good. Debt means you ran out of money, you're going backwards, you owe money. Alright, so we have a couple here. The first two are part of your cooldowns, reviewing the lesson to see if you got it or not. Just quick recap, it says Claire has $150 in her bank account. She buys a bike for $200. What is her balance now? Now, she had 150. When you buy something, you are decreasing in the amount of money you have your balance. So we're gonna have some sort of subtraction going on there to see what's left in her account. Now, whatever that's going to be, we're going to take that figure and we're going to bring it down to the next problem where it says if Claire earns $75 the next week, so she's earning it. When you earn it, we are making money, right? This is losing money because we're buying something. Delivering newspapers and depositing her account, what will her balance be then? So figure out what happens here for what her account balance is going to be, then increase it by what she earns, and then find out the new balance by the end. So these two problems work together, so keep that in mind. Let's look at number 3. At the beginning of the month, Tyler owed $257 on his Visa bill. Represent the transaction on a number line to show the balance. Okay, so we could do this by saying he started off at 0, and then he owed money, so he's somewhere out here at 257. That's the money that he owes. I'm going to make it a negative because he owes the money, so it's money he doesn't have. In the first week, he made a payment or deposit of $120 on his account. So Tyler started at negative 257, and then he added to his account by paying some of it off, by making a payment, $120. So what I do when I have two numbers that have different signs is I find the difference, and I say which one of these has a greater absolute value. We would say the negative one does, and we keep that value there, so negative 137 is where he's at now. So I can make a little 9 here at negative 137 to show that he started at negative 257 and he made a deposit of 120, and so now he's right there at negative 137. The next week, Tyler overpaid his Visa bill. Well, that's kind of handy, right? So he was at 0. We left him at negative 137 is where he was at. He overpaid it, and now his balance is over here, is at $290. How much did Tyler pay on his bill? So what we're asking here is, he started at negative 137 and he went all the way to $290. So what's the distance from here to here? How much space how much space is it traveled by, so to speak? Well, we know that from here to here, this is 290, right? And from here to here, we have 137. So what we want to do is we want to add those up. We're going to do, in this case here, because we're looking at overall, we're going to do the absolute value of negative 137 plus 290 to see how much he paid on the bill. So this becomes 137 plus 290. And when I add those together, we end up with, carry the 1, 427 is what he paid. So you add those two numbers together, that shows you how much money he paid in order to get to 290. Alright, number 4. Number 4 is a great little problem here. Okay, we have a transaction amount happening, and we have to do several problems here to fill this out. Let's just kind of break down how this works here. It says that you had $437.50, so your balance is $437.50. Then you added $29.36 to it. So you take your account balance for $37.50, and we're going to add $29.36. So we end up with 6, 8, 16, carry the 1, 6, and 4, which means the new balance is $466.86. Alright? Now, something else is going to happen that then means we only have $273. So we see we have 400 and something, and we end up with $273, which means whatever that transaction is going to be, it needs to be a negative transaction to get there. So to find out what that's going to be, it's like saying 466 minus something is going to give me 273.11. Another way of doing this here is I could just change the places around here, and if I do 466.86 and I subtract 273.11, that'll tell me the difference between those two numbers. So 6 minus 1 is 5, 8 minus 1 is 7, 6 minus 3 is 3, I have to borrow there, 16 minus 7 is 9, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So there was something purchased for $193.75 that left a balance of $273.11. Okay, so this will continue here. Keep going over here. Now we're going to take the $273.11, subtract that amount, and that'll give you a new balance. And then look to see what that balance is and find the difference between those two. Whatever the difference is there, that difference is going to be your number that goes right there. And I'll let you do those two on your own. Alright, last week it cost X dollars per gallon. Due to the storm in Texas, the cost per gallon increased 12%. Write two expressions to represent the cost of gasoline per gallon this week. Okay, so gasoline is going to be 100%. You're going to pay 100% of the price of gasoline plus you're going to be increasing it by 12%. And whatever that is, you multiply that by the number of gallons that are purchased. Okay? So one way of thinking about this is I can combine this to be 112% of the price of a gallon of gasoline is going to equal how much the whole thing is going to cost me. I can write this out as a 1.12 times the cost per dollar, the cost X dollars per gallon. So $1.12 times the number of gallons is going to give me my total for how much it's going to cost for gasoline. Okay, so something like that. Again, we're doing expressions. I don't need to worry about the equal sign. So I'm going to do 1.12x. Gives me a nice expression. Is there another one you could do? Sure. Again, we can come back here to this guy right there, and you could do x plus 0.12x. Right? That is another expression, but those two expressions are exactly the same. And finally, number 6 says the jellyfish population decreased by 35%. So we're going down 35% between last year and this year. Last year there were 80, so we're going to have less than 80. It's going to be going down 35%. So we can think about 35% of 80. So we do 0.35 times 80. This can tell you how many less there are this year. 0.35 times 80 is 28. So now we take our 80, we subtract 28, and we find out this year there are only 52 jellyfish in the population, wherever that might be. Alright, that's it for today. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.